and simplify quadratic expressions and relations. So let's take a look at the first example. It says expand and simplify. The first expression is 2x plus 3 times x minus 2. To expand this, we have to take each term in the first bracket and multiply by each term in the second bracket. So kind of pretend that the 3 is not there, and then multiply the 2x through, just like you did last year. So if I multiply 2x by x, I get 2x squared. If I multiply the 2x through by negative 2, I get negative 4x. Okay. The next step is to multiply the 3 through by x and negative 2. So now you're pretending the 2x isn't there. Multiplying the 3 by x and the 3 by negative 2 gives me positive 3x and negative 6. So this is what the expanded form looks like before I simplify. Now, a lot of times you'll see the acronym FOIL being used to help you remember the steps of expanding two binomials. What does FOIL stand for? FOIL stands for first, outside, inside, and last. So the first two terms are 2x and x. You're going to multiply them together. The outside terms are 2x and negative 2. You're going to multiply them together to give you negative 4x. The inside terms are 3 and x. You're going to multiply them together to give you 3x. And the last terms in each bracket are 3 and negative 2. When multiplied together, they would give you negative 6. So you can use this acronym to help you if you wish. This acronym only applies to when you're multiplying a binomial. If you were multiplying a binomial by a trinomial by a trinomial, you can't use this acronym anymore. So I prefer to just take each term in each bracket in the first bracket and multiply by each term in the second bracket. Okay, to finish off this question, we have to simplify. So we're looking for like terms to combine. In this case, we can combine negative 4x and 3x together to give us negative 1x. So the final answer would be 2x squared minus x minus 6. Okay, in the next example, we have 3x minus 5 squared. What does that really mean? It means that we're multiplying 3x minus 5 by itself. And so I end up with two binomials that are being multiplied. So first I take the 3x and I multiply it through to give me 9x squared minus 15x. Then I take the negative 5 and multiply it through to give me negative 15x plus 25. And then I combine my like terms of negative 15x and negative 15x in order to simplify, giving me a final answer of 9x squared minus 30x plus 25. Okay, in part C, we're multiplying actually three factors together. So here you have a choice. First of all, if I asked you to find the answer of 2 times 3 times 4, think about how you would find that answer. Some of you may multiply from left to right. So 2 times 3 gives you 6. 6 times 4 will give you 24. Okay. Others may multiply the 3 and the 4 together to give them 12, and then double that answer to give you 24. And then there's others that are very creative. They can multiply the 2 and the 4 together to give them 8, and then multiply the answer by 3 to give them 24 again. So this applies to this scenario. So you're multiplying three factors. The order in which you multiply them does not matter. We can multiply from left to right. So that's one method. So method 1. I'm going to multiply the 2 through first. So 2 times x is 2x, and 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. Now this answer of 2x minus 10 is now going to be multiplied by x plus 5. So you have to put the 2x minus 10 in brackets to show that you're multiplying both of those terms now by the final factor. And now we expand like we did in the previous examples. So multiplying the 2x through first gives us 2x squared plus 10x. Multiplying the negative 10 through gives us negative 10x minus 50. Okay, combining the like terms, 2x squared minus 50, since 10x and negative 10x gives us 0x's. That's method 2. Now another method, sorry, that's method 1. The other method, method 2, and that's the one I kind of prefer. But if you like this one, you can use it as well. That's why math is so great. Get the same answer using different methods. I'm going to multiply the two factors at the end first. And that answer that will be in brackets would be then doubled. Okay, so multiplying the x through gives me x squared and 5x. Multiplying the negative 5 through gives me negative 5x and negative 25. I'm going to combine my like terms to make the expression simpler. 5x minus 5x gives me 0x's, so then I'm left with x squared minus 25, and now I just multiply everything by 2, giving me 2x squared minus 50. Okay, I get the same answer using either method. Now, most people do not multiply the outside factors together and then multiply by the middle factor. It's usually one of these two methods that's used when you have 3 factors. Okay, choose the one that you feel more comfortable with. Try different ways, see which way you feel more comfortable doing it, and stick to that. Okay, let's look at our second example. In the second example here, we have to expand and simplify. This is a more complicated example because it involves expanding binomials twice in the same expression. Because if you notice here, we have x plus 4 squared. And like mentioned in example 1, that means you're multiplying x plus 4 by itself. Okay, so now we have to expand these two binomials as well as these here. Okay, so I'm going to multiply these two together. And when I multiply the 3x through, I get 3x squared minus 21x. Then I'm going to multiply the negative 1 through, giving me negative x plus 7. For the second part, I'm going to follow the second method I showed you by multiplying the last two factors first, leaving the 2 alone. And x times x is x squared, x times 4 is 4x. Now multiplying the 4 through, 4 times x gives me another 4x. 4 times 4 gives me 16. In the next line, the first 4 terms here can be simplified to 3 terms by combining negative 21x and negative 1x. In the second part, I can combine my two like terms of 4x to give me 8x. Now I'm going to leave these first 3 terms alone. I'm going to multiply the last 3 terms through by negative 2 to give me negative 2x squared minus 16x minus 32. And then the last step is to combine the like terms. So 3x squared and negative 2x squared is 1x squared. Negative 22x and negative 16x, that's negative 38x. And then positive 7 and negative 32 is negative 25.